right, good morning, guys. So it's Monday morning, and go figure, Bo was a no call, no show this morning. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is how manipulating and contemplating and planning he really is. This is what Bo's thinking. He's thinking to himself, okay, if I go to work today with Ray, then the most money I'll get is $20, and he'll have 40 or 50 on the books according to how long we work. So, and then tomorrow, Bo's got court. So Bo don't want to go to court and me owe him money. Even though the only reason why he's out of jail right now is because I put money on his books when he was in jail. Last year, well, he'd have been out by now. But last year when he got out of jail for the public drunk and stuff on bond, they let him sign his OR bond, but he didn't have enough money on his books to do that. An OR bond still costs you, an own recognizance bond still costs you, $30 or whatever, just for the paperwork. So Bo, that's why he ain't coming to work today, because he don't want to go to court and me owe him money. But y'all watch what happens. In the morning, he's gonna be calling me wanting to ride to court. And I ain't gonna take his ass to court. I don't give a damn if he gets to court or not. You're gonna stand me up, and then expect me to give you a ride. See, that's just how he is, man. So, and you never know, yesterday when he got off, he may have, and it's happened plenty of times, he may have went over to one of the churches, yesterday, Sunday, he may have went over to one of the churches in the evening time and got a bleeding heart to, put him up in a room or something. You just never know. He has been known to ask, churches for money and things like that. So it is what it is. It messes me up a little bit this morning though, because of the fact that, I didn't really think that deep into it. I figured he'd come to work today and then he would try to get me to give him a ride tomorrow. And if he came to work today, or at least called me, then I probably would give him a ride to court, man, because I don't want to see the boy, miss his court date, but don't stand me up and expect me to help you, because I won't. And because it don't matter, man. Somebody trying to do right, I don't mind helping and all that, man, but he ain't trying to do right. And then to stand me up, the only person that really worked him, all weekend or anything, Then of course there's other things that could have happened too, he didn't get a lot of money yesterday. Of course, he only worked about 2 hours. He got about $30 or so. It was Sunday, man. I was just trying to give him enough money to eat, So that's why Bo ain't coming to work, because he don't want to go to court tomorrow and me owing him money. He thinks, now what he's thinking right now is, okay, how am I gonna get to court? He's thinking, okay, I'll get ready to take me to court. That's what his brain is telling him. And I'm gonna be unavailable. I'm gonna be as available tomorrow morning as Bo is this morning. So that just tells you right there where we at. And though I don't want to see nobody get in trouble or get a bench warrant or miss their court date or whatever. I hate that, but hey, I think Bo belongs in jail, so that's on him. If he came to work today, or at least called me this morning and said, hey man, I'm hungover, anything, man, I got all these jobs to do today, and Bo ain't nowhere around. And I got Drew in the other truck following me. We gotta do a little shaking and jiving on these properties to be able to get them all done, and not, and be efficient. So, but man, it kind of upsets me a little bit about Bo, not calling or not showing. I mean, it's halfway expected, but y'all see how he does, man. He's a roguish dude, man, But it ain't like he's doing anything else. What is he doing right now? He ain't doing nothing. sitting there trying to figure out how he's going to eat today without having to come to work. That's all he's doing, you know. He's just as roguish. And then tomorrow when he calls, then I'm dead wrong for not taking him to court. And there's a couple other things that could have happened too. You know, he could have, well, he could have gotten arrested. You know, that's always a possibility. He could have ran off, got the church people to take him to. This is what he does a lot of times. When he sees the end is near, he'll get the church. And he finds a bleeding heart that'll do something for him. He'll get the church people to take him to the shelter, and then he'll have the shelter people call the court and tell the court that he's in the shelter. See, and kind of use them as a buffer so he don't have to accept responsibility for not showing up for court. You know, the most likely scenario is like I said earlier, is him. He's just don't want to work today because I'll owe him money, and if he goes to jail tomorrow, he's afraid he won't get his money. And I ain't never kept his money. I mean, it ain't worth the headache, you know, to keep any money of his. It ain't worth the headache. Was this a headache? And the last time he went to jail, I owed him money. I put it on his books, you know. All right, y'all. So I had an issue on this one. Of course, it's one of the cheapest ones that I do. It's 50, and yeah. Well, they got a dog chain out there, right, for the dog, and they had a big pile of pine straw there, and so I was trying to get the pine straw and push it with the mower, you know, to get it to the bed. And well, the chain that they hold the dog chain got wrapped up in the mower blades, man. It was bad, dude. It stalled the mower, so I guess I'd rather stall the mower than break the chain, so, you know. But anyway, I had to crawl under it, man. You know, I had to crawl up underneath all that crap, man, and literal crap, you know. So it sucked, to say the least. All right, I love looking at my phone and not having no messages. All right, y'all. So me and Drew, we're killing it, man. So me and Drew, we're killing it. It's 12:15, and we got 2 more, and Drew's already gotten started on one of them. One of them's kind of big. When I say big, it's $100 yard, and then the other one is a 60. So just the one that we're at now is a $100 yard. But I got something I'm going to show you guys down here at the end of the driveway down here. You know, it's a long driveway, you know. You guys can see the driveway. It snakes up through into the house, a big pool and everything. But when I pulled up today, look what I got right here. Look, see this tree? So it's just another way to make money. And it can be quite lucrative if you know what you're doing. So, but you have to be able to be patient, you know. So I'm gonna get this tree up for him. I haven't talked to him about it yet, but I know that he's gonna want to get it up. I mean, it looks pretty bad. And whenever you are fooling with something like this, you got to be real weary of the back of it. And just so you guys can kind of see how big the back of it is. So yeah, it's pretty big. That's a lot of weight right there, y'all. A whole lot of weight. So if you're gonna cut a tree like this, and I'm not a professional tree cutter or nothing, but I got a lot of experience cutting trees. You ain't gonna want to cut it. You're not gonna want to cut it down here, because when you start cutting on that, that's gonna pop back down on the ground, and it's a substantial weight there, y'all. So What I would do if I were cleaning this tree up, well, if it's according if I had the skid steer or not. If I had the skid steer over here, well, I'm going to poke at this and try to get some of the dirt to fall out, you know. But assuming that I don't have a skid steer over here, what I would do with this tree right here, I'd charge about $300 to cut it up. And then this is oak, so then I would take it to my house. What I mean when I say you got to be patient, you see it's still green, so you can look at that and tell that that's green right there. See, and that's how I tell if a tree is green. So this type of wood right here is great firewood. Now, it wouldn't be worth it to come and get this and not get paid to get the tree up. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be worth it. There's not enough money in firewood in it. But if you can just get, hell, if I can get $250 to get the tree up, picked up and cleaned up, that makes it worth it. And then take the trunk, cut it into pieces, and take the trunk home and store it until next winter. And that's what I mean by you got to be patient. So, you know, and it ain't always been like that where I've been in a place to where I can be patient, you know. What would it cost me to get this tree up? Well, I mean, not much. Let's see, I am 10 minutes from my house, not even about 6 miles from my house. I am a regular customer. I'm thinking with the skid steer over here, an hour to get this up. But there's another cost that you're gonna have to think too. I'm gonna have to bring the other truck. Or I can do this. I can cut it into pieces that the Bobcat can handle. You know, you figure 20-inch logs, right? And I wouldn't cut it into 20-inch logs here. I would wait, but I would mark it, you know, every 20 inches, so then I know where to cut it to where I have even pieces. And then what I would do is I would let it lay. You know, get it all cleaned up, get all the top and everything pushed up into the woods, whatever he wants to do with it. And then the trunk I would bring out here to the edge somewhere, you know, or closer to the edge to where I could come over here and get it at any time. But I would probably just want to, most people when they're paying you to clean up something, they want it up and gone and everything all in one whop. So about $300 to get the tree up. And then I'd probably get another 100 or so, 150 or so in firewood out of it as well. So the biggest thing with this one is this end piece right here, is the root ball, because that's very dangerous, man. Very dangerous. I've had these things, and the reason I know it's dangerous because I've been hung up like that. I've cut these things and it wasn't near that big. I've cut these things. You know, start right here, and man, it popped back on you and sling my saw 30 feet in the air. It broke a saw, you know, a $500 steel saw, because it picked the saw up and it slung it and it hit the roadway. Yeah, crazy. So it's very dangerous, you know, for real, you know, and it's deceiving, you know, that it's very deceiving too. If you look at that and you know, but dude, that's a whole lot of weight right there, dude. I mean, that's a whole lot of weight, man. I bet that weighs, man, I don't even want to speculate, but I bet it weighs as much as a car, you know, that end, just that end piece at least. I bet it's 2,000 or 3,000 pounds. At least, man, a small car. Anyway, so that's just kind of showing you guys, and when you're doing things like that, you have to look at the logistics of how close it is to the roadway. So you got the road right here, tree right there, And then look, you got all this space to get in there to it. I could get this up without the skid steer and have 2 guys over here, but we'd be over here too long. And you know, if it was 30 miles from my house, well, it'd be different. But yeah. Yeah, y'all. So that's just another way. So that's just another way, y'all, that I get money. Just another way to hustle, you know. And I'm all about it. All about that there, y'all. But I'll call the owner and see, you know. But there was a time where I couldn't get that. If there was about 3 trees like that friendly, I would charge him about the same amount of money and more for the wood. You know, but see, since that's not really enough, you know, that might be $120, $130 worth of firewood. But you got to get to the point of sale with the firewood, which is going to take you some labor to get it there. You know, to get it split, cut into pieces, split, and all that, man. Anyway, just wanted to kind of share my day, man. It's one of the kind of things that I'll be thinking about out here, man. Y'all, peace out. All right, guys, so that's a wrap. Got done. Yeah. So it's 20 minutes after 1, and we're done. Me and Drew, we knocked it out today. We did about $500 worth. So, and that's kind of, we did everything that I needed to do today. You know, minimal expenses. Yeah, but 120 figure we got started around 9 to 1. We'll just say 9 to 1:30. That's, you know, 10, 11, 12, 1. It's 4.5 hours, man, you know. So it's about where we need to be. I ain't trying to work 6 or 7 hours, because then we'll run out of work. Gotta pace it. You know, right now I gotta just pace ourselves and keep my guys busy. I don't want to I don't want to be too efficient. And I know I'm always preaching about efficient, but I don't want to be too like we could go do 2 or 3 more properties, but then we wouldn't have nothing tomorrow. So I gotta kind of, you know, right now we can start out. We got 3 properties tomorrow. Maybe I can add 2 or 3 on there, and that'll make for a full day. See. I don't know if that's the right way to do things. You know, I would make more money if we went on and did the other 2 or 3 more properties today. I would make more money today, but in the long run, would I really make more money? Because my guy Drew wouldn't be working tomorrow, and then that would affect his check. See? So you gotta, you know, the number one thing out here, you know, other than the obvious equipment and everything, you gotta keep guys busy. Because they got bills to pay too, you know. So that's the way it got to be, y'all. And I'm all for that, man. You know, I'm not trying to get out here and make, you know, $1,000 today. I knew that when I got up this morning. Of course, my goal is to always earn, but you have to be realistic with yourself. You know, based on the work that we got and everything, and based on the week that we have ahead. I need to be able to make sure that Drew gets at least $400 this week. You know, that's kind of where I need to be. That's me and his agreement, pretty much. I need to make sure that he can try to, you know, now if it rains or something that's outside of my control, then that's different. But it's not supposed to rain all week. And I believe that we'll be busy enough, you know. And then from time to time, a skid steer job will drop in our lap, and that'll really help because I'll pay the same on that too, you know. But the skid steer, the profit margin is a lot higher. So yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that we're done, to be honest. So I was just reading some of the comments on the video yesterday, and yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, y'all. You know, ain't nothing really gonna change. I'm not gonna, you know, I mean, you know, people gonna say what they gonna say, you know, and I don't lose sleep over it though. I mean, maybe I come in office, it bothers me more than what it actually does. But at the end of the day, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna lose sleep over a keyboard warrior, you know. So yeah. But everybody seems to, you know, the people that know my intent out here, you know, y'all all get it, man. Y'all understand what I'm saying as far as, you know, bringing knowledge to the table, man. That's all I'm doing, man. Bringing another viewpoint to the table, and people can look at it and discard what they don't need at the end of the day, you know. So, like, I was watching a video yesterday, and it was Dirt Monkey, and he was great doing a grading job. You know, I'm trying to learn how to grade, and I'm trying to learn how to do these things. And you know, he's got much more knowledge than I got on, you know, how to run skid steer and the jobs and how to price and all these things. You see, and of course he's a better operator too, because, well, he's been doing it a lot longer, you know. I mean, so, but I watch other videos too when I'm trying to learn something. Now, I can't learn how to grade watching a video, but there are little things that I can see and do, especially the way he does his videos, because most of his videos are pretty, there's a, you know, it's a pretty good bit of work part, you know, even if it is time lapse, you know, and he usually gets a good view, you know, a good angle or whatever, you know, to where, so I was watching the video yesterday and I didn't see how he was going to do what he said he was going to do, and then I'm like, damn, he had to dig out this and do that. I mean, and you know, at the end it came out, you know, kind of like I would have saw it, you know, if I'd have been there, but I didn't know. I can understand water runs downhill. Let's get all that straight first. So, you know, and I can understand what I would want to do with the skid steer as far as a grading job goes. But how to achieve that in a money-making scenario, well, now you're talking about a whole nother ball game. All right, y'all, let's see if we can see Bo out here anywhere. I gotta go to the bank, so I'm gonna pull up through here and see if I see his lame ass out here anywhere. See? He's right here. What happened to you today? I mean, you couldn't have... You got to call me, man. You didn't call me, no call, no show this morning. Why couldn't you call me this morning? No, well, I'm never going to do that. How he is, man. Shit's crazy, y'all. How about Subway? Get me a Sammy. And yeah, y'all, I'll catch back up with you guys tomorrow, man. Peace out.